What you've been doing is executing little creatives, little creatives, little creatives. And those little creatives really, in fairness, you were getting back up to your speed as a master, which is why other people involved was a moot point because it was all about you knowing you got the shit and you know it. And now you're like, okay, I'm the shit and I know it, but what do I do? Good morning, my friend, and welcome now to Wednesday. Well, oh my yod, there's a temporary yacht up in outer space, and that means God is giving us the finger. I'll have the details and an oh my yod questionnaire, but first, keep streaming for your Wednesday Namaste today. Welcome to Namaste Today, a direct way to face your retrograde every day. I'm your host and spiritual life coach, Christopher Witecki. I work in the modality of psychic astrology, and I'm on a personal spiritual mission to stand in my heart and help raise the love vibration on earth. Namaste, my friend, and welcome now to Wednesday. Well, today, Spirit has given us what we call a yod. It's an isosceles triangle in astrology, and it's pointing to Uranus in Aries. That means that we're being encouraged to step up inside for a character inside ourselves, and I'll have 3 questions to ask yourself to make sure you're appropriating the yod. But first, let's take a look at today's Zodiac weather. This Zodiac weather is for Wednesday, September 7, 2016. Looking ahead at the 5-day moodcast, tomorrow on Thursday it's going to be sunny and optimistic, but Friday will be sunny and rather serious. And Saturday I predict sunny, large, and in charge. But today it is sunny and rather certain. I think all the Virgo details are falling into place. Now the Great Human Walk has reached step 15 Virgo. That means our ruling channel today is channel 6, I receive, and that means the ruling planet today is the lovely Venus. Now our emotional focus today is plotting out our transformation. The moon is in Act 3 of Scorpio, so we're sensitive about future boundaries, and our mental focus is reconsidering our feelings. Once again, Mercury is retrograde at step 25, so it's kind of an inside-out spiritual message that's coming today. So today, the universe is giving us a yod. That's God giving us the finger. And I have an oh my yod questionnaire for you to ask yourself. But first, grab yourself some tea and let's have our daily tea time. Hello, my friend, and welcome to our tea time. Today's tea time topic is I work full-time in heaven. And this is for me to share with you some of my weird, out there kind of truths inside myself. And I do that so that you can just affirm your own weird, out there truths. Because I know a lot of us are kind of afraid to reach out on this level. So I'm going to be bold and brave and tell you what I've always felt my whole life. Now, first of all, if you don't know, if you haven't been watching my stories, I grew up under a father who was a self-proclaimed Jedi Knight and wizard. And he would talk to me about the nature of reality and magic. And so I was raised under this belief structure of open awareness. And one of the things that my dad taught me was that there is a magical time in consciousness, which is the realm you go into between waking and sleep. In fact, Dad would practice staying in that realm and stretching that realm. That realm actually is the most powerful twilight realm to either learn and observe about your truth or to actually get reality pregnant with what you want. It's a very powerful time. Well, I was not at a stage of playing in the twilight, but I did notice growing up these weird dream cycles and things that happened right in that twilight. For one, I was always very busy. Anytime I'm in my sleep, I seem to be extremely busy. I seem to be talking to lots of people. And I'm also busy learning. Every time I come into twilight, I would literally learn things like yellow is the number 2, which is weird, but I remember that. Waking up is like, yellow is number 2. I don't know what it means, but yellow is number 2. Well, now I know that step 2 is yellow, which is also the yellow chakra, which is also Cancer. So it's like I was being taught some profound truths of reality. But, going over, looking at the arc of my life, I started to come to some truths about myself and who I am. And one truth was that I seem to work full-time in heaven. In fact, I think this little job here is my part-time job. I really think so. In fact, I have very strange memory of really being more of a galactic part of God's team. I know and spiritually know that I've always helped build planets for God. It's one of my specialties, is helping the planets grow up. I know I did it on Sirius, and I know it's sounding crazy, but I know I came to Earth to help this planet grow. And I know that I spend a lot of time in the spiritual realm, kind of like helping this happen for the daily realm. Now, some interesting things. Many viewers, I cannot tell you how many viewers have told me or written to me and said that they've had very profound dreams with me appearing. I often serve as the guy that comes in and says, hey, just to affirm, da-da-da-da. But these are actually one-on-one meetings, and people leave changed or affirmed from it. This happens all the time. And it's funny because, whenever I wake up from a full night's sleep, I'm often tired. I'm often like, oh man, it's like I'm getting off of work, not going to work. And in many cases, when people have reached out to me and said, Chris, you were in my dream last night, that was a night that I was extremely tired. I'm having an issue with it. So that's happened a lot. Another thing that I've had in my dream life too is that I know I'm working in some other dimension full time, and this dimension has purple skies. Many people from this earth are in that dimension, and I wouldn't even share with you this dimension if a viewer hadn't approached me and said, hey, I think I'm living with you in another dimension. And this person actually described the environment in which I had been seeing my whole life. So I was like, wow, I think you do, because I've been there and I'm there every night. You can fly in that dimension, which is really cool. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't think it was a dimension, because I could fly, and I thought flying was just like something you do in your dreams. But I think in some worlds we can fly, and in this dimension I definitely can fly. I know exactly how to do it inside, and I can go flying up. All I can say is the sky is purple in that world. It's just a weird purple. It's always purple. It's always overcast in that world, but it's very similar to Earth. I'll have to say that. Another thing that I know I'm absolutely have witnessed was the creation of Earth. And I know that sounds really out there, but I have such a powerful vision of the angels standing around the Earth and creating it. Now, I don't know if I watched it or if it was shared to me, but there's always been inside me this secret, heartfelt alliance to help the angels and help the Earth. I've always wanted to help the Earth. I've always felt like I wanted to be angel teacher's pet or God's teacher's pet. But I share all this with you guys because I really think in this vortex we've recently passed through, and with the moon crossing over Sagittarius, it's time to believe in who you are. And I didn't have to tell anybody these things. These have been all my little private moments with myself. But because I love and honor them and didn't poo-poo them away and shame them away, almost all of them had some sort of literal world affirmation. Even with past lives, I've had people come up and talk to me and say, I was in a past life with you, I remember you from a past life. And I think that's also a lot of why you guys may watch, is because a lot of you probably do remember me from one of my past lives, or perhaps we have chatted in heaven. So contemplate today. It doesn't matter what you can prove. It matters what your heart knows, my friend. Stay true to that. And with that, I'm going to take a sip of tea and channel for you what I call the Megascope. This is where I connect to my guides and see what they have to say to you about today. We've got a yod going on. Let me ask them about what that's about. Okay. Very interesting, actually. The odd points to Uranus at step 23 Aries. And, I've always had this wrong assumption that, in our given lives that we're creating fresh realities. but we actually keep picking up the ball from another lifetime and continuing with it. And that's what Spirit said. Everyone today actually is picking up a character, Uranus retrograde step 23, a personality, an intention, a willpower, if you will, that you held in a past life. You might have had it might have been a successful willpower or an unsuccessful willpower, but whatever the case, it's now serving as the basis of what you begin with and move forward with from this point. So I guess in a way, it's time to listen to a character that's always been deep inside you that you may have denied or ignored but no longer can. And that character is someone who you are and what you want to become. Now, I have some tips to help you. My Oh My Yod questionnaire. This is to help you stay true to your Yod. Step 1, question 1. Who do you feel you really are? Who do you feel you really are? Open up to who you feel you really are and treat yourself that way inside. Question 2. What do you believe is to happen now and in this lifetime? If you don't know now, what do you believe? Ask your heart. If your heart agrees, it's true. And question number 3, actually kind of already went there. What does the heart say? Go with what your heart tells you is true. Remember, we live in creation. And that means that your heart only believes in what it intends and knows it can create. It's not about reading the future. It's about knowing what you intend to create here on Earth. Now, for those who watch over my personal Sensei service, I do a daily pep talk for my subscribers that gets you just a little bit more ahead in your day. Today, the rules of Mercury retrograde. What Sensei Chris has to say are the rules in a retrograde. Many people have reached out to me, worried about signing contracts. I'll go into greater depths today in your daily Zen. And for your 3 o'clock eye candy, I will be specific about where God is giving you the finger. Where does the isosceles triangle point in your natal chart? You'll find out at 3 p.m. For those who are watching on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. Bella and I thank you ahead of time. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at CWateki. And if you'd like to know more about the bright star you really are, come on down to SeriousJoy.tv. In fact, I am still selling readings and have some appointments left in the autumn season, and I encourage you to try my personal Sensei service. It is artificial intuition helping you to your best. Try it. All right, friend. Well, good luck with this Yod. I'll be back in 24 hours with more. Do remember that Sensei Chris loves you, and live, love, be.